Good morning, everyone. So, in this part, we are going to cover Vision IAS Monthly Current Affairs Magazine, and in this particular section, we will cover the economy part. One more thing, if you want to cover the spectrum through MCQs, that means you have studied it properly, now you just want to test it. Therefore, we have prepared a series in which you can attempt chapter wise MCQ. You can check the series on our app, that is Civils Academy app. Now, let's start. So first is related to Northeast. Recently, the Rising Northeast Summit was organized. In that summit, two important terms were highlighted by the Prime Minister. One is this East Vision, EAST, East Vision. What is this East Vision? Basically, it refers to empower, act, strengthen, and transform. That means we have to empower our Northeast region, we have to act accordingly, we have to strengthen it, and we have to transform it. In that context, Prime Minister also highlighted that region as Ast Lakshmi. Ast basically means eight. So it is being referred that these eight states are our Lakshmi. Now, why this? Just a second. Why this reference of Lakshmi? Because these are referred as seven sisters, 7+1 sisters. So that's why. One more thing. Next topic is this periodic labor force survey. See, understand, those people who are working, those who are engaged in any economic activity, they are basically referred as employed. Those who are looking for work but not getting the work, they are referred as unemployed. So the combined population of working plus those who are actively looking for work but not getting the work, this is basically referred as labor force. To estimate the level of unemployment, labor force survey is conducted, and that is conducted through MOSPI, that is Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation. Recently, there were certain changes in this entire survey, and that's why this topic was in news. What are these changes? Number one change is that now the monthly estimation will be available for both rural and urban areas. Plus, the quarterly estimation will also be available for rural areas. Quarterly will also be available. That simply means previously it was available for urban only. Now it will be available even for rural areas. Third thing is that the calendar year or the duration has been changed. Previously, it used to collect data from the period of 1st of July to 30th of June. Now it will be collecting data from the period reference period of 1st January to 31st December. Okay, and the sample size has been increased to 2.65 times. So these are certain changes. One more thing, examiner can set a trap that periodic labor force survey is conducted by Ministry of Labor and Employment. No, it is by the Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation. Next is related to Visinzum International Seaport. So this is a transshipment port. Now understand the meaning of term transshipment. Let's say we have to transfer or we have to transport certain items from point A to point C, but there is no direct connection between or no direct path between these two. That simply means first we will have to transfer these items to B and then to C. In this case, B is a transshipment. Okay, that is first thing. So this Vizhinjam port is going to be our transshipment facility, and it is a public-private partnership. So it is a collaboration project of Government of Kerala, Government of India, and Adani Group, and this has been set up on the basis of DBFOT. What is this DBFOT? That is design, build, finance, operate. So Adani Group is going to do this, and then it will be transferred to the government. So that is the new finance model. Understand, these finance models are important from GS paper 3 perspective. Directly the term is mentioned, that is investment models. Next is related to National Road Safety Board. This is not that much significant. Basically, why it was in news? Because Supreme Court has criticized the government that why government have not set it up so far. The provision for this National Road Safety Board is mentioned in section 215 of Motor Vehicle Act. As the name suggests, what will be objective? To ensure road safety. Next is related to District Mineral Foundation. Now understand the entire issue. Mineral areas are there, minerals are extracted, but what about the people who are living in those areas? So for the welfare of those areas, there is a scheme. The name of the scheme is Pradhan Mantri Khanij Kshetra Kalyan Yojana. That means the welfare of the people who are in the mineral areas. That is the policy. Under this policy, basically a fund is set up. That is District Mineral Fund. This fund will be used for the welfare of the people residing in those mineral areas. And for the management, there is District Mineral Foundation. Two terms are there. Actually, three terms are there. Pradhan Mantri Khani Kshetra Kalyan Yojana. This is the scheme. Under this scheme, a fund has been set up. This fund will be used for the welfare of the people residing in mineral areas. For that purpose, that means for the management, we have DMF, that is District Mineral Foundation. For the regulation of mineral areas, how mines will be auctioned, what is the process, for that we have MMDR Act, that is Mines and Minerals Development and Regulation Act. Now understand one more thing, how this fund will have money. So basically, whenever mining is done, royalty is being paid to the government. As a part of that, some portion of the money will come to this, and this money will be used for the welfare. Now, roughly 70% of this money should be used for the basic facility for the people who are residing in these areas. So that is all about this entire issue. Next is related to India's size of economy. So India became fourth largest economy. We recently surpassed Japan. So we are fourth largest economy. US is largest economy in terms of GDP. Then China, then Germany, and then India. Roughly 70% of our GDP is because of private consumption. So if you remember this equation, AD, that is aggregate demand is C plus I plus Z plus X minus M. So this C refers to consumption itself. Next is related to remittance tax and one big beautiful bill. First thing first, understand remittance. So if your brother is working in US and sending money back to you, that is remittance for our country. India is largest recipient of remittances. Now US has introduced a bill that is one big beautiful bill. Just remember the term since it is quite a catchy phrase. Okay. So as a part of this bill, US is saying that if your brother is going to send money to you back to India from USA, then US will charge the taxation on it, and that is 3.5%. So if your brother is going to send 100 rupees, US will charge 3.5 rupees as tax. Why it is not a good thing for India? Since we are largest recipient of remittances, it will discourage the remittances back to India. Why? Because if they will send money back to India, US will charge more taxation. In a very simple sense, USA want the people to invest in US itself rather than sending it back to other countries. Next is related to alternate investment fund. Understand, alternate investment fund in a very simple sense is a privately pooled investment. What does that mean? Let's say there are three people, A1, A2, A3, and so on. These people have money, so they have formed a fund, AIF. Now this fund can be used to, let's say, purchase property. This fund can be used to purchase any other asset. This is basically referred as AIF in oversimplified sense, and it is regulated by SEBI. This year in UPSC prelims exam, there was a question that who is going to regulate. So basically it is about SEBI. Next is related to predatory pricing. Understand, predatory pricing basically means selling the product at a very low price so that your competitors cannot survive. Let's say this pen is being produced in 10 rupees, but it is being sold in 6 rupees. Why so? So that no one can compete. Once I will be selling at very low price, no one will be able to compete. I will capture the market, then I can increase the price. That is predatory pricing. For that, recently guidelines were issued. Now understand, for fair competition, we have CCI, that is Competition Commission of India. It is a statutory body as per Competition Act of 2002. Next is related to Payment Regulatory Board. As the name suggests, it is a regulation board for the digital payments. Now, as far as digital payments are concerned, please understand we have Payment and Settlement Systems Act. NPCI, that is National Payment Corporation of India, which is under RBI, is the basic regulator of digital payments. So if the question is that who regulate, ideally answer will be RBI itself, but if RBI is not mentioned and NPCI is mentioned, then NPCI is the answer. Now, what will be the composition of this board? So it will be chaired by the RBI governor. There will be two RBI ex officio members. Ex officio means by virtue of being RBI official. And then there will be three other members who are nominated by the central government. Next is RBI digital lending directions. As the name suggests, these are related to digital lending. What is digital lending? In a very simple sense, online and lending, or let's say app based lending. That means you can take loan through apps. What is the problem with this app based approach? Problem is that they give you loan, and when you are not able to pay, then they use wrong methods to recover the money, maybe to blackmail you and all that. So that's why RBI has issued guidelines to protect the borrowers from the fraud and abusive practices in digital lending. Next is related to opinion trading. Understand, opinion trading basically means I am asking you a question. Let's say, who is going to be the next president of USA? You are going to provide your opinion, and if your opinion is correct, you are going to win some money. That is opinion trading. Now understand, as of now there is no regulation to regulate this. This is a kind of gambling because you do not know, you are just guessing it. So that's why SEBI has warned against it, that this is quite complicated and people are losing money because of this. So you are going to bet on a certain outcome. If your prediction is correct, you will win money. If your prediction is not correct, you will lose money. Next is related to our export. So last year our exports were highest ever. Our goods export or merchandise export, they were roughly $437 billion worth, and there was marginal increase in comparison to last year. Last year it was 437.1, this year it was 437.4. But in terms of service export, it was quite significant. Last year it was 341 billion, this year it was 387.5 billion dollars. So roughly there was growth of 13.6%, which is quite high. Overall, there was growth of 6% in our export. Overall basically means by combining these two, that is goods and services. So last year it was $778 billion. This year it was $824 billion of export. Next is related to World Bank Land Conference. So this in this conference, two initiatives of India were highlighted. One is the Swamitva scheme. What is the Swamitva scheme? So it is an initiative through which property maps are prepared using drone. What is the full form? Survey of villages and mapping with improvised technology in village area. In a very simple sense, with the help of drone technology, we are preparing the new maps in rural areas. And the second initiative is Gram Manchitra. So basically, this is a kind of map for local areas so that the local authorities can plan accordingly. Next is Repairability Index. Understand it this way. Let's consider the example of same pen. If I'm purchasing this pen, if there will be some functional issue in this pen, can I get it repaired by the company? Will it be repaired or will I have to purchase it again? This is being reflected by the repairability index. See, if it is repairable, then it is a good thing for customer. If it is not repairable, or if it is difficult to get it repaired, then the customer will have to buy it again and again and again. So that's why this repairability index is being published to show that which items can be easily repaired, which items cannot be repaired. Therefore, customer can make a conscious choice that they should purchase any item which are easily repairable. For example, in a very simple sense, if you understand the auto market, Suzuki is the leader of auto market. Suzuki, Mahindra, Tata, these are the leading players in comparison to companies like, let's say, Skoda or Volkswagen. Reason being, they have decent service presence. Decent service presence basically means their service outlets are quite easily available. So that is how repairability index is being calculated. If your product is easily repairable, it will be good for customer. Therefore, the customer should purchase that one in comparison to a product for which repair service is not easily available. Next is related to Waves Summit. What is this Waves? Waves basically refers to World Audio, Visual and Entertainment Summit. Quite simple. It is basically referred as orange economy or creative economy. Creative economy, orange economy simply means you are creating the entertainment related audio and videos. As simple as that. Recently, this was organized in Mumbai, and during this summit itself, one institution was announced, that is Indian Institute of Creative Technology. The name itself is sufficient. For let's say technology, we have IITs. For management, we have IIM. Similarly, for creative technology, we have this IICT. And that is going to be our last topic. This IICT has been launched. This is going to help in the growth of AVGC XR sector. Now, this full form can be asked, what is AVGC? It is animation, visual effect, gaming and comics. What is XR? It is extended reality. That simply means virtual reality, augmented reality, and mixed reality. So these were the important current affairs in the economy section. Thank you. In the next part, we are going to cover another section.